Have you ever seen a young, beautiful woman holding hands with a man who's clearly older than her and thought to yourself, wait, how did he do that? Most men assume it's always about money, but that's not the full story. In fact, money might play a role sometimes, but the truth is much deeper and far more interesting because there are powerful traits that many younger women are naturally drawn to in older men. And if you as a man understand and embody these traits, it doesn't matter whether you're 25 or 55, you'll instantly stand out as magnetic and unforgettable. Hi guys, welcome back to Dark Psychology. My name is Amelia, and today we're diving into a fascinating topic, 5 traits that attract younger women to older men. Now before you jump to conclusions, yes, sometimes women date older men for financial reasons, but more often than not, what really makes the difference are these 5 traits I'm about to share with you. These traits cut across age, background, and lifestyle. They're timeless, and if you master them, you'll notice a shift in the way women look at you, respond to you, and feel about you. Trait number 1, he knows what he wants and isn't afraid to say it. One of the biggest reasons younger women are attracted to older men is because Heck knows exactly what he wants. He doesn't waste time with games, mixed signals, or trying to act cool. He's direct. If he's interested, he says it. If he wants to take a woman on a date, he calls it a date. No confusion, no hesitation. Now think about the contrast. Many younger men struggle here. They hesitate. They tiptoe around their intentions, afraid of rejection. But when a man stands firm and says, I like you, I want to see you, let's grab dinner Friday at 7, it sends a surge of attraction through a woman's mind. Why? Because it shows confidence. It shows clarity. And women crave a man who leads with certainty instead of doubt. I've personally seen this over and over again, and I can tell you from experience, women find this directness incredibly refreshing. It makes us feel desired, respected, and safe to open up. Trait number 2, he shows maturity, strength, and standards. Now let's move to the second trait, and this one is powerful. Maturity, strength, and standards. Here's the truth. Women are deeply drawn to men who live by their own standards. A man who respects himself. A man who doesn't tolerate drama, manipulation, or chaos in his life. When an older man displays this kind of maturity, it sends a very strong signal. He's not just another boy trying to impress a girl. He's a man who knows his worth. And guess what? When women sense that, it immediately flips a switch in their mind. They start thinking, wow, if he has standards for himself, then I need to rise to meet those standards too. That's why strength and maturity aren't just about being serious or strict. It's about having self-respect. It's about leading with calm authority. And it's about showing a woman that if she's going to be in your life, she has to bring value too. She has to step up and match your energy. That's incredibly attractive, and it's something younger men rarely understand. Now we've covered 2 of the most powerful traits, but the next 3 are even more magnetic. These are the traits that make women not just attracted, but deeply invested in an older man. The kind of traits that make her see you as long-term potential, not just a casual fling. And I promise you'll want to heart rate number 4, especially, it's the secret weapon most men ignore. Trait number 3, he's independent and content with his own life. Here's another powerful truth. Women are irresistibly drawn to men who are independent and content with their lives. See, younger men are often still figuring things out. They're jumping from one plan to another, unsure about their career, their purpose, or their direction. But older men who've built themselves up, usually already have a life they enjoy. They've established routines, careers, friendships, hobbies, and a strong sense of identity. And here's what that does. It creates stability. Women love stepping into a man's world when that world feels solid. If your weekdays are productive, your weekends are fulfilling, and your friendships are meaningful, she immediately sees potential. She sees a man on his mission, living with purpose. And let me tell you, nothing is more attractive than a man on his mission, because it means he doesn't need her to complete him. He's already whole, and ironically, that makes her want to be a part of his life even more. Trait number 4, he has emotional control. Now this trait right here is one of the strongest magnets of all, emotional control. Younger men often struggle with reactivity. They get triggered easily. They argue out of impulse. They lash out when things don't go their way. But older men who've learned emotional control, they're different. They don't react. They respond. Instead of blowing up or shutting down, they breathe. They think, and they handle situations with calm clarity. And that is incredibly attractive to women. Why? Because it communicates strength. It shows leadership. It tells her, this man won't crumble when life gets hard. He won't lose his cool over small things. He can handle pressure. And trust me, women notice this. A man who can keep his composure in stressful situations automatically feels safer, stronger, and more reliable in her eyes. Now that doesn't mean you hide your emotions. It means you master them. You know when to show them, how to express them, and when to remain steady. That balance is what separates men who struggle from men who thrive in relationships. Trait number 5, he builds a life she wants to be part of. Finally, the last trait, and it's a big one. He builds a life that she actually wants to join. Look, most younger women aren't just looking for a man. They're looking for a future. They want to feel like they're stepping into something meaningful, not chaos. When an older man has built a life he genuinely loves, when he's happy, fulfilled, and successful in his own way, he creates a world that she naturally wants to be part of. It's not about money. It's about the energy of the life he's created. If his life is adventurous, fun, grounded, and full of purpose, she doesn't feel like she's giving up her own joy to be with him. She feels like she's joining a bigger, more exciting story. And that's the key. When a man lives with standards, emotional control, independence, and direction, he doesn't have to chase women. They naturally gravitate toward him. Bonus sign number 1, he has self-control and discipline. One of the most attractive qualities women notice, especially an older man, is discipline. Think about it. A man who can control his habits, his health, his finances, and even his impulses sends a clear signal. I'm in charge of my life. Women don't just want a man who looks good in the moment. They want a man they can rely on long term. And discipline is proof of that reliability. Whether it shows he manages his money, how he sticks to his gym routine, or how he avoids unnecessary drama, discipline shows he's stable, dependable, and consistent. And here's the secret. Consistency builds trust, and trust builds attraction. When a woman sees that a man is disciplined, she doesn't just feel impressed, she feels safe to invest herself emotionally in him. Bonus sign 2. He makes her feel valued without needing validation. This one is huge. A younger man often tries too hard to impress. He needs her attention, her compliments, her approval. But an older man who understands his worth, he flips the script. He doesn't need her validation, but he still makes her feel valued. And that combination is magnetic. Women love when a man acknowledges them, appreciates their presence, and makes them feel special, but without being clingy or desperate. When you can give her genuine compliments, quality attention, and emotional presence while still standing firm in your own confidence, she feels both cherished and challenged. That balance, making her feel valued while never begging for validation, is what keeps her hooked. She knows she's lucky to have your attention, and that's when attraction turns into desire. And remember, these bonus signs aren't just tricks. They're qualities that transform you into the kind of man women naturally respect and admire. If you start embodying even one of these today, you'll notice the way women look at you changes instantly. So, which one of these resonates with you most? Discipline or valuing without needing validation? Drop it in the comments, because I want to know where you're at in your journey. So here's the real secret. Women don't fall for older men just because of age or money. They fall for the traits these men embody. The directness, the maturity, the independence, the emotional control, and the fulfilling life they've built. And here's the best part. You don't need to be 35, 45, or 55 to live this way. You can start embodying these traits right now, no matter your age. When you do, women will feel it. They'll see you differently, and you'll start attracting not just attention, but respect, desire, and genuine connection. Now, if you want to go even deeper, I've put together something special for you. It's a free 25-minute video training where I walk you step by step through how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and draw the right women into your life. The link is down below. Don't miss it. As always, this is Amelia with Dark Psychology. If you got value from this video, smash that like button, share this with a friend who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more deep, unfiltered truths about relationships and attraction. And remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.